Oh, welcome to another episode of Exit Realty Radio. I am your host, Billy Jack, franchise owner and designated supervisor here at Exit Realty Central in El Paso, Texas. Today's episode is titled, Where is My Money? This episode is going to be focused more on the newly licensed agents or agents that want to build up more of a referral base or get more customers in their pipeline. So, for the newly licensed agents, you just got your license, you passed all your exams, you're ready to go. But now what? How do you get the customers? How do you get paid? How do you get those deals? You could be very well versed in contracts and you know your amendments and you've been studying all this on the real estate law and you know exactly how to fill out all the forms, or hopefully you do, but what good is it if you don't have a pipeline coming in and you don't have customers that you're working with and all that? So this is what I'm going to focus on and maybe give you a few tips on how you can help supplement that and build that up and put all that good training that you've been doing over the last few months to good use. So a very common way that a lot of agents start into this business is they have full-time jobs already, or they're working full-time somewhere. So if, for example, if you're already working somewhere and you have a full-time job or part-time, a very easy way to get into it is you tell everybody where you work, your sphere of influence, right? So, you deal with your coworkers on a daily basis. You're friends with a lot of people there. Tell them what you do. Tell them that you got your license and tell them, you sell yourself to them. And maybe offer to do a CMA for the house that they live in just to see what their house is worth. And a lot of them, sometimes if they've been thinking about it, that'll convince them that, hey, you know what, maybe this is the right time to sell. Or, and if they do, then it'll be the right time to buy as well. You see, these people, these co-workers of yours, they already trust you. They already know you. If you have a good relationship with them, they should be the first ones that you should tell, and they would give you a good opportunity. Right? Now, a big thing that a lot of agents fear is that they're going to say, well, I'm brand new. I don't think they're going to trust me. Nobody wants to work with a rookie, right? So you don't have to perceive yourself like that. Don't tell them, this is going to be my first deal. I mean, of course, if they ask you, you have to tell them the truth, right? But sell yourself. Tell them, I know this business. I've been studying a lot. I'm very well knowledged in the real estate industry. And also upsell your office too. Say that, you receive very good training from your office and you have a very good broker and your company has all this extensive training and tools that you can use that you have at your disposal. A big benefit to doing this kind of method and working with some of your coworkers is that you can update them or talk to them very easily because you're going to be seeing them on a daily basis, And for those of you who are jumping into real estate full time, hey, an additional little challenge, you have to make this business work quickly so you can get paid and you don't end up having to be forced to go find a regular job somewhere else, right? So where you go, talk to people. You have to be confident, build up your confidence in public speaking to talk to people out there in the public. I'll give you a quick example. When I was at Walmart, I was in the sporting goods section and I was just looking at, some sporting goods stuff there. And this guy just walks in there in the same aisle and he's looking at stuff. And I just turned to him and just told him, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Well, he turns back and, I'm all right. And then he starts just talking to me of what he's looking for. He was looking for a BB gun so he can kill a rat problem that he's got in his property, I guess. Well, anyways, we got to talking and we ended up talking for almost 45 minutes. We just clicked it. We were talking and, of course you ask, oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. He does this and that. And when he asked me, what do you do? Well, this was here in El Paso. I told him, I do real estate. And he says, oh, wow. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? And so I gave him my card and he wasn't an active buyer or seller, but he says, I have thought about maybe selling my house and I'd be interested to see how much it's worth. And I hear that the market's really good right now for selling, that kind of stuff. So see, that'd be an easy one. It's easy like that. And so anywhere you go and you have an opportunity to just talk to somebody, you can establish a good rapport that way. Because if you just go out and hand out cards or just leave a stack of cards at a store or anywhere, people, they can't put a person to that, so they'll see it, yeah, okay, but there's also hundreds or thousands of other agents they could choose from. So when they actually talk to you and they remember you, especially like this guy in Walmart, in my example, he'll remember me right away. He sees that car, he'll remember me. Or if he comes down to it, I want to sell my house now or something, he will definitely remember me because I carried on such a good conversation with him. We had a pretty good time, good laughs and everything right there in the aisle of Walmart. And this kind of stuff is not just strictly for real estate. It also applies to any kind of business in a sales aspect. For example, lawyers. The same thing. You went through all this school. A lawyer goes through all this school, finally gets his law degree, opens up his own law office, and then what? So I'll give you a quick example on that one. There's one very well-known lawyer here in El Paso. Now he is. But I met him many years ago when he first started. And I happened to be at a local restaurant bar type of setting on the west side, and he was in there. So he comes up to me and he just starts talking to me. And he was a very well-dressed guy. He had a suit on and tie and everything. And we talked for a little bit, and when I asked him, what do you do? He says, well, I'm an attorney. And he gives me his card. And what he was trying to specialize in is DWIs. So he's going around to everybody that's sitting at the bar and talking to them for a little bit, shaking their hand and giving them their card. Well, what are you going to do with that card? You're going to put it in your pocket, you're going to leave. And if somebody's drunk and they get stopped by the police and they get arrested, well, then they have their phone call. Well, they have an attorney's card right there ready. Okay, so, it's that. But the idea is what he was doing is he was establishing a relationship, a little bit of a rapport. You'll remember him because you talked to him and you already got your card in his pocket, in your pocket. Now, if you're going to be doing cold calls, for example, if you're going to be doing Realtor.com leads or Boomtown or whatever you choose to do, practice your scripts. Every agent has their own script. I have a little script of my own. Maria, your broker, has another script that she uses. Every agent has their own method, even on the inspection side. Those of you know I do home inspections as well in New Mexico. I have my own script too when I answer calls, you see. But once you just need to practice it. Don't be nervous about it. Just practice with yourself. Talk to maybe your very close friends or something and see how you sound, and see if they can give you some advice or something. But keep it short and just straight to the point when you call them. A quick example would be, for example, I would use when I call somebody and they answer, I would say, yeah, good morning or good afternoon. This is Billy Jack with Exit Realty Central. I'm calling in reference to your inquiry on Realtor.com for 123 Pennsylvania Avenue. I see that you would like more information on this property. How can I help you today? So see, something very short and sweet and just simple, just like that. And they'll start talking to you, or if they're really not interested, well, then, you don't waste too much time. But, just develop your own little script. You'll see what works, and you'll start changing it the more you use it. And, pretty soon you'll be very confident and you'll be an expert at it. Now, another very good method that would be free if you're not buying the leads is to use social media. Now, I'm not just talking about just posting everywhere that you're in real estate, which that's also good too, especially if you have a lot of friends and, business people that are on your social media. But one method that I used to use a lot when I wanted to generate a lot of business is use the birthday feature on like, for example, the Facebook. Y'all that have Facebook, you would see that it tells you whose birthday it is that day. I have 10, 20 people a day that they have birthdays. So a method that you can do is you get a picture of your business card, right? So you have it already saved in your phone or your computer, and comment on them saying, hey, happy birthday. I wish you a happy birthday. And you put that picture of your card there too. So when it posts on there, they have your happy birthday message and also a picture of your card. So not only do they see it, all the people that commented on them can also see it too. You see, and they'll remember that, especially if they're, a friend or acquaintance, you kind of know them or something. One way or the other is your card is getting out there. It's getting seen. It's visible. Another method that I've just seemed to discover is walking around the neighborhood. Hey, I do a lot of cycling and I go running and I go walking, and I'll usually go to a nearby park or wherever it is. Especially in the afternoons, you see, several people walking around. They're all people that live around there. So just a couple weeks ago, recently, I went to the park that's close by my house, and there's a lady there that I always talk to and just say hi, and she's there with her kids, and I asked her, what do you do? And she's in the home insurance business. And so I told her, oh, I'm in the real estate business. And I told her, I own this office, and, we exchanged our cards and we got our informations in our phones, and that's a good relationship. But so she would send over customers that are looking for real estate services, and then we would refer to her for the home insurance. But that also works just for lead generations. If somebody's thinking about selling their home that lives in your area, I mean, they know you because you live close by. You see, so in this method, they would be more apt to go with you because you already know the neighborhood, you live there, they talk to you, they see you quite often. So that's another good, and it's free too. All these tips that I'm trying to give you, I'm trying to say save you money so you don't have to buy stuff. I understand that real estate can be expensive if you really want to do heavy advertising, but I'm trying to give you methods that are very cost effective or free. But the main point is to talk to people. Talk to people when you have that opportunity to. For example, right now outside of my house, they're doing a new cable installation. They're running new cable lines, and there's a lot of workers out there and everything. So I went out there just because I'm a friendly kind of guy, so I went out there and I'm talking to everybody, and I stayed out there for about maybe 30 minutes or so, and we're all talking, they all come in, we're laughing and everything. Well, that you bet that they're going to know what I do before I left. Because always remember this, that everybody knows somebody who wants to buy or sell their house. It's just the way it is. Well, folks, I always try to keep these under 10 minutes. I went a little bit over, but I hope it did help you. I'd appreciate any comments or any criticisms or critiques that you have on these audios that I make for y'all. I try to make them as easy so you can listen to them whenever you want or as many times as you want. I think that's a very convenient method to do this. If it does help you, please let me know. I'd like to hear your all thoughts. So with that, I wish you the best. Thank you very much. And this is your host, Billy Jack.